Let's give a warm welcome for your host of the show this evening, Mr. Fernicola.
Thank you, JR, for that wonderful introduction. Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the band with a great arrangement, a Tommy Newsom song that he arranged for the Doc Severinsen Tonight Show band. Here's the band with Just Friends. Let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in Far Don Bay. Come on, fly with me. Let's fly away. It's very clear our love is here to stay. Not for a year, forever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. Beautiful and very talented Terry Gonzalez. Terry, come on. There she is. Terry Gonzalez, ladies and gentlemen. Hey there, how you doing? I'm good. Take it away.
It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot.
Live from our own Napoleon Ballroom, to the cheers of an entire nation. You too can be a part of history. Please stop by and visit www.deauvillebeachresort.com to see what special packages and offers await your next vacation. And now, here they are once again, Mark Fernicola and the Last Flight Out Big Band.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You're all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. weeks ago. And I was walking past the bar. I was just getting ready to leave the hotel, and I'm walking past the bar, and I happened to look in, and there was this beautiful young lady standing there at the bar. And she had the tightest pair of pants on you ever saw. I mean, it was really unbelievable. So I had to go in there just to find out what was going on. So I went up to the bar and I said, "Excuse me, miss, I have to tell you, those are the tightest pair of pants I've ever seen. How in the world do you get into them?" And she said to me, "Well, you could start by buying me a drink." But I had to catch a plane, you know, so I had to go, so I couldn't do that. Anyway, so I'm driving the rental car back to the rental car place, you see, and I'm not really paying attention. I wind up going right into the back of this other car. So I rear-ended this car, so we pull off to the side of the road, you know, and the other driver slowly gets out of his car. And I really couldn't believe it, but this guy that was driving the car was a dwarf. He was a little guy, you know. So he slowly gets out of the car, you know, and sometimes when you're stressed out, little things make you laugh, no pun intended. Well, this guy, you know, he gets out of his car and he storms over to me, you know, and he looks up at me and he says, "I am not happy." So I looked back down at him and I said, "Okay, well, which one are you then?" I mean, it's not like he was with Snow White or anything. How am I supposed to know which one of those 7 little baskets he was? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, needless to say, that's when the fight started, you know? Are you guys ready yet? Because I'm dying out here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. That's right. Here they are. This is the last flight out, the big band, Dixieland band. I like that. Are you guys ready, or do I have to tell another story? Tell another story? You know, ladies and gentlemen, I like the one where the teacher said, "Tommy, you got a fairy godmother?" He said, "No, but we got an uncle we keep a close eye on."
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they are. I'm not doing any more right now. Here they are, the last flight out, Dixieland Jazz Band.